Alright, hey, it's Mega here, and this is kind of like a PSA video, alright? Public service announcement video for these tires, alright? These are Carlisle Sport Trail tires. They come in 4.8 by 8, alright? It's an 8-inch trailer tire that I've used on my Harbor Freight trailer, alright? I've been using these for like a year or two, like a couple years, and they are garbage, okay? Ever since I've had my my Harbor Freight trailer, I've been able to wear the tires down until the tread comes down before it explodes, alright? These tires, not so much, alright? And they come up in price, alright? I remember you can buy a Harbor Freight trailer tire in this size for 30 bucks, alright? And it comes with the rim and the tire and everything, okay? So anyway, this is what Harbor Freight is selling nowadays, this garbage, okay? As you can see here. See, it's got like some kind of bubble in it, and the bubble was not that big before, right? But, yeah, so I've had several of these. All right, I've got 4 of them right now. I've got 4, and I've got 2 on the trailer right now. Fortunately, the 2 that are on the trailer made it back home. All right, but yeah, I use this trailer for towing motorcycles. That's the main thing I do. I use it for towing motorcycles, you know, to the track and everything, and wherever I need it to go. All right, sometimes 1 bike, most of the time 2 bikes nowadays. All right, I want to say, the tires that used to come with these trailers lasted a long time. I just want to say, you could run the tread down until there was no more tread, and hey, you know what? I think it's time to go replace it. You know. But these, not so much, all right? So as you can see, the tires have plenty of tread left on it, all right? The ones on the left and the right, plenty of tread. I've never worn a single one of these Carlisle tires all the way down till the tread was gone, all right? They've always failed before that, all right? And Harbor Freight has an awful warranty. So what Hayes Mega is planning to do, we'll take a look at the tires, okay? And then that'll be the end of the video. But yeah, I just want people to know that these tires are garbage. Don't freaking buy them. Don't buy trailer tires at Harbor Freight. I am no longer going to buy trailer tires at Harbor Freight. My plan is to buy, I'm actually going to buy a bigger tire. I'm going to buy a 5.7-inch tire, so it's like slightly taller in diameter, so it's a little easier on the wheel bearings. And I'm going with a Kenda brand tire. Why? Because Hayes Mega uses Kenda tires on his motorcycle. It's a brand that I can trust. All right, these Carlisle tires, I don't even know where they make them, man. I think they're supposed to make them in the United States, but yeah, maybe U.S. tires are not the good tires. You want the Japanese ones like the Kendas. All right. I've had tires made in China that last longer. Okay, is what I want to say. But yeah, they've all failed in a similar way, as I want to say. Like a bubble kind of forms on it, and then the tire eventually explodes. All right, it gets too hot, and it hops around. And yeah, it's all bad. So and then you got a blown out tire, and you're out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it's not good, guys. So that's why the good thing about these tires is they're relatively cheap. So you can go to a Harbor Freight and then just like, you know, buy one and throw it on your trailer as a spare, you know. So I always carry a spare. All right, I don't feel comfortable towing without a spare. Okay, because of the track record on these tires. All right, is what I'll say. And no more. I'm not going to do that anymore, right? The tires that are on the trailer, they're going to come right off, and I'm going to put some newer Kenda tires on it. And hopefully we'll have better luck with those tires. But anyway, let's go take a look at these tires and then see how they failed, all right? And we'll take a close look at one, and then we'll take a look at how they failed, all right? Okay, so there are my collection of Carlisle Sport Trail tires, all right? And we're going to go take a closer look at one. We'll take a look at this one because it's most structurally sound, okay? It still holds air, but there is something, the tire looks fine, right guys? But there's something wrong with this tire. Okay guys, so here's the first tire we're going to take a look at. So this is a tire made by Carlisle. In the last couple years, this is what Harbor Freight has been selling. I do know there was some kind of recall on some kind of Harbor Freight trailer tires. I don't think the tires I had were involved in that, and I feel there should be some kind of recall on these tires because they are garbage. All right, they could explode, and then yeah, it could cause a serious accident. All right, so but yeah, let's take a closer look at it. So It's made by a brand called Carlisle. I'm not really sure where they are. All right, I think I might have done a search on them one time, and I think they're made in the United States or something. I don't know. It's called a sport trail tire right here. Okay. Here it says, I know it's upside down, but it says load pressure is B. It's tubeless. The max load is 585 pounds. Okay. Yeah, my trailer is rated to tow up to like 900 pounds. So this tire should totally be up to the task of towing that stuff. Okay. It's their two plies nylon cord. The sidewall is 2 plies of nylon cord. It says here 60 psi cold. All right, that's the tire pressure that you're supposed to run on this specific tire. All right, so Hades Mega will run anywhere from 45 to 60. Ever since I started getting these tires and they started blowing out, I've been just putting them at 60 because maybe I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're getting too hot and they're exploding. No, I think they're defective, guys, and I don't think Harbor Freight will do anything about it. So. All right, maybe I'll take it there and say, hey, can you give me a refund on this? But also it says here, never exceed 32 psi to seat lubricated beads. All I can say is, well, the tire's supposed to be run at 60 psi. You know, why? Maybe they're afraid the tire is gonna pop off the rim or something. Okay, this is a 4-lug tire. It's tubeless. All right, and it's a 4.8 by 8. All right, so it's 4.8 wide or tall. It's one of those. It's one of those guys, and it's 8. It's got an 8-inch rim. All right, so the rim is 8 inches. All right, and this is the 4-lug one. That's the one that the Harbor Freight trailer I bought. Okay, this one's got a bunch of grease on it because the wheel bearings slings this grease on it. This is the back side of the wheel. All right. So yeah, there you go. So there's some info on that. You can get these at Harbor Freight for about 44 bucks. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably the best tire, price you're gonna get on trailer tires. That's what I say. All right, but anyway, let's see why this guy failed. All right. So as you can see, the tread looks okay. It's still got some life left in it, right? But wrong. All right. If you look here, there's a flat spot here. All right, and that will eventually. I think I caught this. I caught this when I was changing a spare tire. Oh yeah, this one. All right. See how this one is all blown up and everything? This one blew up, and then I was looking at this one, and I was like, oh, this one is bad too. I better buy 2 spare tires. I better buy 2 tires, one to replace this one, because we're not going to be able to get home. I was in Oregon when this happened, guys. Okay, and there just so happens to be a Harbor Freight there, you know. Anyway, yeah, so as you can see, there's a flat spot on this tire, and that's how this tire failed. All right, it didn't blow out, but I guarantee you, if I continued to drive on this tire or tow on this tire, this would have blown out. Okay, for 100%. It would look like this one right here. Okay, so that's the problem with this one. The tread looks good everywhere else, all the way around. Yep. So it's got some kind of balance issue or something. Oh well, I think what happened on this one is, and I think this is the same problem with all these tires, they bubble up, they balloon up, all right, just like this one. All right, we'll take a look at that one in a bit. But what happens is a bubble starts forming. All right, I guess where the belts and everything, the tread, where the tread and the inside of the plies of the tire, there's like a leak there, and then it fills up like a balloon, and then it starts skipping around. So that's how you know these are going bad. All right, when you see your trailer hopping around a whole lot, that's what happens. All right, that's the cause of this. All right, a bubble starts forming here, and then it starts skipping up and down, and then it forms a hot spot here, and then it explodes. So this one, I drove it enough where it punctured the tread, all right, and then all the air came out, all right, and so it's not like a balloon anymore, all right. Unfortunately for this one here, that's what happened to this one. This one exploded, okay, and I can tell you where. Dude, this one is totally destroyed. Look at this. The tread is coming off here. I did a good job on this one. Yeah, that's where it blew out, right there. Okay, and what I think happened on this one is the same story of the other one, right? a bubble formed here. All right, you see a little bubble forming, and then it gets hot until it rubs it raw and then explodes. Boom. See, that's why it's smooth here. All right, but as you can see, the tread is still fine. This has still got a lot of meat left on it, guys. And I guess when the tire blew out and I drove on it a little bit, I was driving down on it for a little while, and then it just destroyed the tire. Yeah, so, but yeah, you can see there's still plenty of tread left on this. Here's the wear bars. It's got more than 50% tread left, like way more. How many miles Hayes Mega goes with these tires? Man, I'm telling you, probably these tires can't even go like maybe 1,000, 2,000 miles before they go bad. Okay, so. I have had trailer tires in this size wear all the way down to where there's no more tread on it. All right, guys. So this is not normal. All right, this should not happen. All right, this is a defective tire. That's what it is. That's 2 defective tires. All right, and then so this is what happened to this one. Okay, this is one that happened recently. I was able to catch this one before it exploded. Okay. It looks like it's about to explode now. All right, so this is what happens to the tire, guys. I have pictures of this. When I first caught it, it was a way smaller than that, dude. But the bubble just gets bigger and bigger, and then your tire just your trailer starts hopping up and down, and then explodes. Okay, guys. So that's the scoop right there. Very big bubble, like the bubble formed here. All right, you can see this tire is still pretty new. Look at the tread on it. That's probably got maybe only a couple 100 miles on it, man. This got less than 1,000 miles. I guarantee you this. This is my freshest tire. This is the newest one that failed, is what I want to say. Okay, guys. And that's what happens. See, the bubble forms, all right, and it gets bigger and bigger, and it skips around, and it forms a hot spot, and then the hot spot like explodes. All right, it gets so hot it like melts or something, and it explodes. So this one hasn't exploded yet. But if I was to get a knife and puncture this, it would look like this one right here. All right, see, remember the first one I showed you guys? It'll look like this. All right, so the reason it doesn't look like that is because this one hasn't been punctured yet. All right, and like I said, it didn't look like this before. This is way worse. It's freaking crazy, right? Yeah, I guarantee you, if I had continued to drive on this tire, it would look like this tire right here. Okay, so that's the different stages right there. There's different ways these tires fail. All right, so this one I was able to rub it raw. All right, this one it was rubbed raw until there's a hole there, and then the bubble popped. All right, and then now there's a flat spot, and then eventually, if you keep on driving on that, you're gonna have a tire blowout. Okay, this one, it didn't puncture the tread yet. The bubble didn't get punctured yet. Okay, so that's why there's still air in there, right? The tire still holds air. All right, both of these tires still holds air. So yeah, it's freaking awful. And then let's go take a look at this other one. This is an old one that I pulled from my backyard. Okay, this is another one that's failed. All right. Oh, there's black widows on it. Yeah, this one's been sitting on my backyard for a while. There's like spiders living in it. But yeah, you can see it has no air in it. It debeaded itself. Okay, so where's the problem with this one? I'm not sure. All right, so I don't remember what happened to this one, guys, but as you can see, it's not even the bead's not even seated. There's no air in the tire. So this one's been sitting in my backyard for a while. As you can see, there's still plenty of tread on it. I don't remember what happened to this one, but obviously it's not in good working condition anymore. Right? That's why it's in my backyard. All right. And then I also have 2 more on my trailer. All right, so far they looked okay. I was able to get my trailer home from Reading, which is like a couple 100 miles away from home, fortunately. All right, you know, it looks like a pretty decent tire is what I want to say, but it's just awful, you know. So that's the newest one. That's the spare tire that I put on. That's not a spare anymore. And then there's another one that's pretty fresh here. All right, but so these ones are okay still. but I don't wanna, I know these ones will probably fail later, so Hayes Mega is planning to go with a Kenda tire. All right, and so with that, that is the end of my kind of public service announcement video. Okay, don't buy these Carlisle tires. All right, I know I've seen a lot of reviews on them, and some people say they're really good, some people that say they're not good. Well, Hayes Mega experience is if they're not good at all. All right, they don't last long at all. All right, and they'll blow out on you, and it can cause a serious accident or destruction to your property. Okay, so don't buy these. All right, Harbor Freight, you need to find another supplier for your tires, is what I want to say, because these are absolutely garbage. All right, they're awful. All right, they don't last long at all. Okay, so that's the scoop there. Yeah, as you can see, I have quite a few examples of them, and I'm losing money buying these tires. All right, I'm buying them, I'm getting a couple 100 miles off of them, and then poof, and then they blow up, and then I'm on the side of the road fixing a flat tire or replacing a flat tire with a spare tire, right? And I'm just constantly buying tires. So I'm okay, and yeah, so I'm planning to go with a Kenda tire instead. All right, so I'm not gonna touch any of this Carlisle stuff anymore. All right, and which is too bad, because it's pretty easy to just go to Harbor Freight and buy one of these, and then but I'm not gonna put up with that anymore. Okay, so all right. Thanks for watching, guys. Big out. Alright, and so also, if you have experience with these Carlisle tires, please chime in the comments, alright? Good or bad, alright? So, maybe some people are having better luck with them than me, but I'm not going to give them another chance. And Harbor Freight, if you could refund my money on these tires, because they're defective, man, I'm telling you. They're defective, and it could cause a huge disaster.